What's up? It's your boy James Andre Jefferson Jr. and you're watching Celebrity High TV. Today on the show, we got Jim Simons, the billionaire. That's right, billionaire. We have a special interview, exclusive Celebrity High interview with him. Make sure you watch the entire thing. Check it out.
I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Oh, every time I close my eyes, I see my name in shining lights. Yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Why do you think there was a need for Math of America?
Yeah, I'll tell you. It's a different problem. We don't have enough high school teachers who know the subject of math and science. And why? For the reason that I was telling you in the first place. The economy sucks up people who know those fields, and the pay and the respect for working at Google or Microsoft or Goldman Sachs, haven't helped them, just kidding, is a heck of a lot more than it is to teach in a high school class. Now that's not quite the same for teachers of English or French or history, because the economy is not sucking up all historians into the maw of what it's doing. So therefore, fewer and fewer people who know the subject, let's say of math, but it's true for biology and chemistry and all the rest, are going into high school teaching because they don't get paid enough and they don't get respect enough. Now, this is a bad business because as a country, if we can't produce our own workforce to populate this economy, we're going to end up depending on immigrants, which is fine, but on the other hand, they'll stop coming. Like India used to supply a whole lot of people to the United States, but now India is kind of booming, so a lot of those kids are staying home. And hey, I can get a good job right here in Bangalore. Why do I have to go to Brooklyn? And or LA for that matter. And the same will become true of China. So it'll be harder to import people. So the alternative will be, okay, we'll export the work. We'll send the work over to India, or we'll send the work over to China. Well, both of those things are bad for the country. And the second reduces the job possibilities. So we really need to do something about this. Our teachers of math and science in high school, which is where the crash comes, are so much less prepared than they are in all the countries with which we compete. So it's a bad business. Our kids are okay through 8th grade on average.
So we have some questions from the teenagers.
From teenagers?
Yes,
All right.
some teenager stuff right here. So what is it like to be a billionaire?
What is it like to be a billionaire? Well, it's nice. It's nice to have a lot of money if you're sensible about it. Obviously, you don't have to worry about, can we afford to go out to dinner tonight or not? It's nice to be able to visit beautiful places around the world and have the time and the ability to do that. And I think it's especially nice to be able to help other people. So that's what it's like for me to be a billionaire.
How big was the first paycheck that made you feel rich?
Oh, I remember. I never felt as rich as I did when I had made $1 million. I'd made $1 million. And I felt, and this was quite a while ago, at least the family had somehow, my parents and me, but it was $1 million. And I felt richer than I've ever felt since, right? Because it was such a dramatic change. And at that time, interest rates were 12%. $1 million, 12%, $120,000 a year. My salary at that time as a professor was $30,000. So I thought, hey, I can get 4 times as much as they pay me, and I don't have to do anything. Now, the interest rates eventually came down and so on, but nonetheless, I was unbelievable how rich I felt for that short time.
Do you feel that students are not naturally, quote unquote, good in math can still strive in it?
Yes. Look, sports. I mean, not everyone is going to be, I don't know, who's your favorite baseball player or football player. Far from it. Most kids couldn't make their college team. They couldn't even make their high school team. But still, you can be pretty good at sports. You can be a good tennis player or a pretty good baseball player. We just we're not, every one of us born with the talents of a Muhammad Ali. I mean, imagine, you can think, oh, if you just work, you could be a world champion boxer. I don't think so. So talent obviously plays a big role, but there's no reason that one can't be good and competent and enjoy it. And look at all the people who enjoy sports who aren't really very good at it, whether it's golf or tennis. When you get older, you play these games. So it can be enjoyable, even though someone who's really good would knock your socks off. So I think math's the same way. You can enjoy it. It is satisfying to see how a problem can get solved and see, hey, now I understand. I can do this. You might not love it, but it can be enjoyable and satisfying. So I think, yes, you don't have to be Einstein or Muhammad Ali to enjoy either science or physical stuff.
The next question is, was there ever a moment you felt like giving up? And what was that moment?
Yeah, I would say there was a moment I felt like giving up. One, when I was a graduate student, in my first year as a graduate student, I somehow felt this might be just a wrong thing for me. And I thought maybe I just ought to stop and go to work, get a job. My first year graduate student, I was 20 or 21. I graduated college when I was 20, and then just stayed one more year to be a graduate student. This was at MIT. And sometime during the early part of that year, I was just, for some reason, I had just gotten very discouraged. I wasn't enjoying some of the studying I was doing, one thing or another. So I almost quit, and I went and talked to the graduate advisor, a guy named George Thomas. He was a good guy. And he knew I was pretty talented at math, and I guess he'd seen lots of kids who, sort of get down on themselves at some point or other. And he said, oh, no, he was very encouraging. I said, maybe Thomas is right. And that was really the only time that so I almost dropped out, but I didn't. Look, we all get discouraged at times, and if you live long enough, there'll be times when you feel, man, this is really beating me down. And, you'll pace around at night and think, this is a mess. And you go to sleep, and you wake up in the morning and you say, I can face it, and I can do it. So everybody has his moments.
And finally, why do the interview with Celebrity High?
I did an interview with Celebrity High because I did want to talk to high school kids about Math for America and the importance of math and science, and I was convinced that this was a pretty good venue, and that's why I did the interview. Okay, I'm Jim Simons, and this is Celebrity High.
There you guys go. That was an impressive interview. Thank you guys for tuning in and checking out the blog site. We appreciate it. Keep looking at celebrityhighmag.com. We have interviews we update every day. Just stay tuned and we'll bring the most exciting news to you guys. Make sure you check us out. Celebrity High TV. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter. Thank you.
I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had.